Hello. I just had a real estate education with Uncle G. I'm Ria, and today's topic will be how to invest $5,000 in real estate. Uncle G gave a property example located in Miami Garden, and the purchase price, hypothetical purchase price, is $100,000. And you have $5,000, which you can use to purchase a $100,000 property. So your $5,000 would be the down payment using the FHA loan. So $95,000 of mortgage times 0.0615 of rate factor equals $5,842 of annual payment. The rate factor is not the interest rate. So how did we come up with $5,842? It's $95,000 of mortgage times the rate factor of 0.0615 will give us $5,842 of annual payment. Now, we have other expenses that we need to factor in, such as property tax, PMI, because you only put down $5,000, property insurance, repairs, capital expenditure, maintenance, and other expenses such as, lawn maintenance, vacancy, and other things. And approximately, in the example he gave, $7,000 total for the year for the expenses. And let's say the rent is $1,500 per month. So for the rent for the year is $18,000. Now, net operating income, or NOI, is gross income minus expenses. So the net operating income in this example is $18,000. So how did we get $18,000? It's $1,500 times 12 months. That will give you $18,000 minus our expenses of $7,000. So you have a net operating income of $11,000. So for your cash flow, you have a net operating income minus your debt service. So net operating income is $11,000 minus your debt service of $5,842. So you have a cash flow of $5,158 per year. Now, Uncle G says that it looks like it's a good return, and that is if everything is perfect. What about if you have a vacancy over the next 3 months? And what about if your tenant refused to pay for the next 3 months and you have to go through eviction? So Uncle G gave an example where now the tenant did not pay you for a couple of months and now you have to bring him in court. And usually that will cost $10,000 to evict the tenant. So at times, the property, if it's perfect, it's good. However, it's not always the situation. So you have to be prepared for that because you're going to be vacant for a couple of months and you would have to be paying that mortgage and other expenses, especially if you have a single family home. Now, Uncle G also talks about if you invest 5% into his deal for non-accredited investors, so your 5% of a $5,000 would give you $5,250. If you put it in a bank such as a CD, that $5,000 with 1.5% interest per year will give you $5,075. So there is a big difference if you invest it in a deal versus just putting it into the bank. Now, you have to consider that when you put it into the deal, you cannot take that money for a couple of years. It may be there for 5 to 10 years. Whereas the CD, the bank CD, you can put that there for 6 months or 1 year and you can take it out. You can also take it out early, but there's going to be penalties. Another example was there was a caller who gave a deal, and the deal was in Overland Park. This is in Kansas. The deal has 156 units, and this is a 20-year-old building. Now, the gross rental income is $2.96 million, and the cap rate of this property is 5.25%. Now, the net operating income is $1.2 million. What is the asking price? Do you know how to compute the asking price? Let me show you. So the asking price, the formula is net operating income divided by the cap rate. In this specific example, the net operating income is 1.2 million divided by the cap rate of 5.25%, which was the example provided by the caller. So therefore, the asking price is 22 million to 23 million. Now remember, this is 156 units. So per unit, it turns out it's 142,000. Now Uncle G recommends that you have to look for raise bumps where you could probably raise the rents per unit of $25 or $50. And you have to know where the location is, if that's a great location or if it's a bad location. Now, Uncle G recommends that we double our down payment. So that would be from 7 million to 14 million. And when we sell, it would be around 29 million. And we should not be looking at doubling the purchase price, but on our down payment. We need to double on our down payment in the next 5 to 10 years. And we have to do a reverse engineer. So that means, what is the net operating income in the next 5 to 10 years? So we can sell it at 29 million. So in this situation, our net operating income is 1.5 million. So that in the next 5 to 10 years, we can sell it for 29 million at a cap rate of 5.25%. So here, this is a summary. The down payment is 7 million, and we're looking to earn 5% per year of our 7 million. So that will give us 350,000 per year over the next 10 years. And that would be $3.5 million, which is half of your 7 million. So you already almost get half of your down payment. Now in the exit, Uncle G says he usually looks at 2 to 3 times of the money. So that would be 7 million and another 7 million when they exit. Aside from the 350,000 per year of interest that you're getting over the next 10 years. Now, what if you 4x your money? So now again, to recap, the purchase price is 22 million. Our down payment is 7 million. And in 5 to 10 years, we're selling at an unknown price. So 22 million is when we bought the property. To get a double, we add 7 million. To triple our money, we add another 7 million. And when we 4x our money, we add another 7 million. So that would give us 22 plus 7 plus 7 plus 7 is 43 million. So this would be our selling price in 5 to 10 years. So what then should be our net operating income to sell at 43 million over the next 5 to 10 years? So the net operating income would have to be 2.25 million with a cap rate of 5.25%. So therefore, the selling price is 2.25 million divided by 5.25% cap rate to get a selling price of 43 million. Now the question is, how do we get a net operating income of 2.25 million from that property? So either we raise rent, we improve the property, we look for other ways to get the cash flow into the building. So I hope you learned something. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Download a free section of my first property. I learned a lot from that property. So hopefully you avoid making the mistake I had. So take care. God bless. Happy investing.